I split this into a rectangle and a triangle. So this triangle is 15 centimetres high. This angle, well, this is 90 degrees. So 125 take 90 is 35 degrees. So if we just look at that right angle triangle, that's 35, that's 15, and we can work out this side. So start at the angle, go across to the opposite side. Start at the right angle, go across to the hypotenuse, and the other side is adjacent. H doesn't have a partner, so I'm left with O and A, which is TOA. I'm trying to find the O, so for my triangle that's T times A. So I'm going to do tan of 35 multiplied by 15 on the A side. Then all of y is 37 to here plus this extra bit, so 37 plus this extra bit is 47.5. To one decimal place, one number after the dot is the 5. Next digit's a 0, so we can ignore everything else. 47.5. Starting with the pentagon. The pentagon has 5 sides, so if we subtract 2 and times by 180, we'll get the total of all the angles. So it must add up to 540. So far, they add up to 308. So I need another 232 degrees from these two, so let's share it out between the two. So each one is 116. Then let's look at the octagon. An octagon has 8 sides, so its angles would add up to 1080, and they're all the same, so each one will be 135. So each corner is 135. So this corner is 135, and I've already got 116, which means I need 19 to be x. So Carlos, Flavia and Tasia shared £861. Flavia is 65% of, so 65% is 65 out of 100. Of means multiply Carlos. Tasia got 22% more, so more we're going to do 100% plus the extra 22%, which is 122%. So she got 122 out of 100 times Carlos. So if we add them all together, we've got Carlos's amount, 65% of Carlos, and 122% of Carlos. What's that all together? So I've got 1 whole Carlos plus 65 over 100 plus 122 over 100. So I've got 7 over 100 lots of Carloses is 861. The opposite of multiply is to divide. And I'll know if I've got it right if this gives me a nice number. So 861 divided by that answer is 300. Carlos has £300. Common factor of 12 and 16 is 4. Both terms have a d squared. and both terms have an e. 4 times 3 makes 12, and I've got d squared e on the outside. 4 times 4 makes 16. I've already got d squared. I've only got one e, so I need another e to get to e squared. Start with the whole numbers. Gives me 3. Then the powers, 4, this has got a hidden 1. When I divide, I subtract. 4 subtract 1 is 3. So it's k to the 3. 3 and 2. 3 subtract 2 is 1. M to the 1.